Hey guys, Rachel here from Walk the Talk Fitness. Thanks very much for tuning in to Facebook Live tonight on this gorgeous Tuesday night. I hope you've had a good day. It's been really sunny here, absolutely gorgeous down here. And yeah, I've just had a generally good day today actually. If you bear with me for a couple of minutes, I'm just going to share the video around Facebook. I realise that the dog needs out now that I've started my Facebook Live, for goodness sake. So tonight I am going to talk about a bit of a negative topic, but don't worry, it's not going to be all doom and gloom. Tonight's topic is going to be a bit different than the one that I had planned actually, because this just kind of popped into my head really earlier on today, and I thought go with that instead of the topic that I had actually been planning. So some of you, if you have followed my videos or followed me in my private group, will know that I am out of action at the moment because of a back injury, lower back. Not really got a proper diagnosis yet, but basically all of my joints are hypermobile, which means that they move more than they should, and that includes the bottom of my spine. So one of the joints in the bottom of my spine that's attached to my hip bone is moving too much. And it's causing all sorts of problems, so muscles, back spasms in the bottom of my spine, right into my hip, and like all the pain and stuff is radiating all the way down my leg, bit of sciatica, and just like horrible. It's horrible. Like the pain is so bad that it's like it's gone right up into the back of my rib cage, and like round here, the back of my ribs here. Like when I can't get a full deep breath in, and it's just been like weeks and weeks of crap and painkillers and generally feeling like shit. I actually did the injury on holiday, although I've had the injury for years, flared up on holiday, so telling me it was my own fault. But what I actually wanted to talk about is the fact that I haven't been exercising. Like I haven't been to the gym for 1, 2, 3, this will be the 4th week, I think, third or 4th week that I haven't been to the gym, and I haven't been training. And normally this would stress me out, something chronic, not being able to get to the gym. It's when I go to exercise, I go as a stress relief, as a form of treating my anxiety, and also obviously for the whole fitness and social side of things as well. So I haven't been able to go, and it's been driving me nuts. Been feeling pretty crap about it up until the last few days, when I realised actually, in the grand scheme of things, I don't miss it that much, and I can't believe I'm actually saying that. Had my appointment with the osteopath today, who basically said that it's looking unlikely that I'm going to be able to go back to training in CrossFit, which is what I was doing for the foreseeable, for a while. He says I can go back and do strength training, a bit of strength training, but I should mostly focus on like strengthening my core and strengthening all the muscles around my lower back to help me get back to full strength, which is fine. But going back to the whole CrossFit thing is not on the agenda at the moment, and even though I keep thinking I'm going to go back and give it a go and see how it goes, I'm just too scared at the moment. But normally it would stress me out so much being told that I can't exercise, and instead it has actually spurred me on to think of all the things that I can do, rather than focusing on the things that I can't do. So I can walk, which I've done a lot of today. I can stand, I can do housework, I can breathe, I'm still alive. Yeah, okay, I might need to take painkillers in order to do some things some days. I can walk the dog, I can drive, I've got a car, I've got a lovely house, which is comfortable, warm, safe, like, and it puts things into perspective a lot for me, because some people don't even have these things, and some people can't walk, some people don't even have that ability. So in the grand scheme of things, like, I'm actually really quite fortunate. So I've started to think about all the things that I do have and all the things that I can do, rather than constantly thinking about things that I can't do. And it's totally helping with my whole mindset things, because exercise is what I would use as a sort of medication for anxiety, various other things, and stress, and I normally, like, rather than facing up to things, sometimes I just go to the gym and batter myself into pieces, which obviously isn't working. So it got me thinking about when you start a diet or start a new fitness and health regime. And I say that because I have just got a 21-day programme group just started on Monday, just yesterday. And I think a lot of the time when you start a new fitness regime, or you start a new health regime, or you start a diet, you place the focus a lot on what you can't have, and what the negatives are. So I can't have this, I can't have that, I can't have chocolate, I can't have beer, I can't have a glass of wine, I can't do this, I've got to exercise, it hurts, I'm in pain, I'm tired, my joints ache, this hurts, that hurts, I've got a sore head. And rather than thinking of all the things that you don't have, like all the negative things, how much different would you feel if you did what I did about my back, and actually thought about all the things that you can do, all the things that you do have, and all the things that you should be grateful for having. And it just makes things so much better. It really does. Like, it's an instant fix. So let's take diet for example, and I've been guilty of this in the past, and I'm still guilty of it. I think about all the things that I can't have, and when you think about it, like, if you're working with me with nutrition at the moment, you'll know this, or if you want to work with me in the future, you'll find out that the food that you can eat is in abundance. Like, rather than thinking of all the things you can't eat, think about all the things you can eat, and all the amazing food that you can have, and all the delicious, healthy, amazing food that you can have, and feel grateful that we're privileged enough to have access to all that stuff, and all these things that you can use to change your life. Because, as cliche as it might sound, a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have access to healthy food. A lot of people don't even have access to food. So we're in a really privileged position. We should be really grateful that we can invest in our health and all the lovely things that we can have, and the fact that we've got enough money to go join a gym, or invest in a coach, or buy nice healthy food. And getting into that positive mindset of, do you know what, like, no, do you know, maybe I can't, maybe I need to give up coffee for a few days, maybe I need to give it up for a little while to sort of ease the stress on my body. Maybe I'm gonna, like, give up the bottle of wine on a Wednesday night, a Thursday night, a Friday night, a Saturday night, and the Sunday night, and just have one bottle of wine spread throughout the week. Maybe I'm going to cut out some snacks, but is that the be all and end all of your life? Like, is that all you've got in your life that makes you happy? And if it is, then that's something that you need to assess. But when you start turning the negative stuff around and thinking about things in a different way, it not only makes you feel instantly better, but it's good for your mental health generally. So let's think of an example, right? So I want you to think about something that you feel negative about at the moment. This is an exercise that you can do actually. You can write it down. So even if you don't do it now, you might want to like take some notes. It's called a positive focus. And say, for example, something really crap happens, say, right, or you're feeling really down, really negative about something, or you have a situation that you're in that's making you feel really bad, or you think you failed something. So I want you to write down what it is that you're feeling negative about, write down what it is that you feel like you've failed at, and I will be back in 1 second. The dog needs out and she's not giving up. Connie. Go. Nothing worse than needing the toilet and not being allowed to go. So write down what the thing is that you feel that you failed at. Get it all out on paper, make it as lengthy as you need it to. And then underneath that, I want you to write what you have learned from that thing happening. So at least one thing, but I'd like you to think of up to 3 things that you've learned from that experience. And then underneath that, you'll write down what you're going to do differently next time. So what will you do differently next time? To make sure that it doesn't happen again. So let's take my injury for example. I pushed through a workout that I shouldn't have because I was in pain, and made things a lot worse. Originally I was in agony, felt crap, was miserable because I couldn't move, did it on holiday, so I was raging at myself, was livid that I couldn't train, blah 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 blah. What did I learn from that? I learned that I am a stubborn bitch, and that when I'm in pain I need to stop before it gets worse. I learned that my body isn't always capable of what I think it is. I'm getting older. I also learned that exercise is not the be all and end all of life, but I kind of already knew that, but I learned that there's more to life than going to the gym. I learned that I enjoy walking a lot. I learned that there is such a thing called restorative yoga. Didn't know that existed, and I'm going to try it. And for those of you that know me, you know I have tried yoga a few times in the past and hated every minute of it. But I'm willing to try anything. So that's all the things I've learned. Next time, hopefully there won't be a next time, but if I ever am in pain again, I will stop before it goes into a massive spasm. And I won't let my ego get the better of me. So that's the plan anyway. So I want you guys to try this out at home. You don't have to do it now, but the next time you feel like you failed at something or something negative happens, I would like you to try that and let me know how it goes. So yeah, that's it really for tonight, guys. It's been a pleasure as always. I love my Facebook Lives now. I still get a bit nervous because sometimes I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. I do plan, but tonight's wasn't planned. I'll do tonight's planned one tomorrow night for you. So yeah, think of all the positives that you have. Don't focus on the negatives because they will breed more negatives. If you focus on the positives, they will breed more positives. So yeah, any questions, any comments, anything that you'd like to share with me? Just been out blackberry picking again tonight and it was great fun. I'm grateful for those blackberries that I got. Connie, come on! This dog does my head in sometimes. She's a little madam. Alright, nobody's got any questions, so I'm not going to stand here and talk to myself. I'm going to go and get a cup of tea, sit on my arse for a bit, watch some mindless, mind-numbing telly. I'd love it if you could subscribe to these videos. If you're watching live, as soon as the video ends, you'll have the option to subscribe. Just press the live subscribe button. Make sure you get updates for when I go live, because the more viewers I can get, the better! The more viewers I can get, the more people I can help. And also, if you're watching the video, could you just share it for me, please? Please. There's a little share button down here on the bottom right hand side of your screen. Just hit that button, press share, make it public, boom, done. See you tomorrow night.